So I want to take us to those fundamental values and fundamental principles. It'll be a short checklist, but I want it to be something that you can return to whenever you're feeling a little bit anxious or perhaps disappointed in yourself or perhaps bored or demotivated or like you just can't be bothered anymore. We are here to learn to love and enjoy music even more. I believe you can learn to love deeper and better. It's not something you either do or don't. We imitate from the minute we're born. We absorb everything that surrounds us. And I think there is nothing greater to practice than what it means to love. In order to improve at anything, it takes a huge amount of concentration and focus. It takes consistency, and it also takes humility. It takes us feeling humble enough to hear what's wrong and to want to improve. We absolutely want to have a lot of fun during this process and to be enjoying it, but to tell you the truth, sounding better and really improving, there's like nothing more fun than that in the world. That's the definition of fun. I want to ask you to search for the emotion in music. We can take our experience with music as a meditation on empathy. You're playing music that somebody else wrote in a different time to you from a completely different world. We are musicians from all over the world coming together, playing the music of individuals from one time and one place. In order for us to play this music with sincerity and conviction, we have to empathize with the feelings of others and of others that may be very different to ourselves. So take this opportunity to practice that human skill. Physicality is technique. Technique is music, and music is your physicality. These things are not separate. If we stop to move, to breathe, to feel like our body has some sort of ebb and flow, it affects the brain and vice versa. This is like one big continuous cycle. So we're going to be going through a process of continuous reminders through all of our incredible tutors to stay free and to stay breathing and to stay flowing and fluid. We're going to be trying to enthuse you about the pieces that we're playing, but I want to encourage you to be as curious as possible. Who wrote it, when, how, what was going on. They can be more historical, technical details, but also just like what kind of person was Vaughan Williams? What kind of person was Paganini? I mean, that's a person that you want to read about and you want to get to know. But also how much painstaking work did somebody go to actually compose this work of art? I don't know if any of you write music, but I constantly look at that music and I marvel over its complexity and the patience and diligence that it took somebody to write that music. So show interests in that. Try to learn and absorb as much as you can of what's in front of you. Despite the amount of information we're going to be giving to you, please, please never forget to ask questions of yourself, of us. Constantly question everything. Why? How can I adapt to this? How can I take what I've received in terms of information and apply it to my physicality, my brain? Be your own teacher and take on the responsibility for your own improvement. If we really go for something, there's a risk involved, and that's just how life works. I would like to give you the permission that within your musical life, that's a place where you really can go for stuff. And it's a place where mistakes are okay, they're fine. We keep trying to improve all the time, but you're accepting of mistakes given the pact that you made with yourself, which is that I am going for this with everything I have and I'm going to do as well as possible. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to be stiff. I'm just going to give my all. And our last fundamental principle is to be kind.